I'm Sally Landis. I am president of Oakland Fund for the Arts and one of the original founders of Oakland Fund for the Arts. Back in the early 90s, we realized that public funding for the arts, and particularly arts education programs in our schools, was very quickly declining.
77, and there's your 77, there's guitar 2. Oakland Fund for the Arts actually funded our guitars when we started a guitar program here back in the year 2000. I really wanted us to have a guitar class. There were no instruments when I got here, and we've been using these guitars for 13 years, and it's just been a fantastic relationship that we've had. I'm from Oakland. I went through Oakland schools, and I was part of the music program in the 1970s when it was fantastic. It fell apart because of Prop 13. It fell apart for a number, man, so many things happened, but it's back, and I'm so proud to be a part of the reemergence.
We are very excited to have received funding from the Oakland Fund for the Arts for the last several years, which has enabled us to keep a high level of arts enrichment for our students, while at the same time we've seen cuts to overall education funding from the state over the last couple of years.
From the grantor side, grant maker side, how it's designed to work, right? The school has to have something to work with. $5,000 will not provide a program for the whole year on its own. But we could not have done the production without the $5,000. We didn't have the money for that. So what this has afforded us is the opportunity to utilize our other dollars that with purpose and with focus and with unity, and really create something that has brought the camaraderie and the level of artistry on this campus up. You see the pride in those kids as they were coming off that stage, that if you'd have seen them in December, they didn't look like that. And they certainly didn't look like that in January. But something happened after that first performance, it like popped in them, I'm making something here.
And being in public schools, a lot of times the variety of opportunities for kids is eliminated or cut when budget things get tight. This particular partnership between Oakland Fund for the Arts and San Francisco Performances is about bringing musical opportunities to our kids and experiences to professional musicians that otherwise many of them would not have that opportunity.
Citizens of Oakland that were interested in the arts and that were interested in the schools tried to find a way to start getting private funding for the arts. So we raise money for the arts, all from private donations, a little bit at a time. So it's pretty interesting. We fund programs across all the arts, the visual arts, dance, music, performing arts, and it's very satisfying to see these kids express themselves creatively.
The discipline that the arts bring to children is just immeasurable. In the particular program that we have here that's sponsored by Oakland Fund for the Arts is, well, it's involved with collaborative thinking.
But Offta's grant allowed us to bring traditional Brazilian drumming and traditional dance, and understanding that children around the world kind of move the same way. We impacted the entire school one afternoon when we did what we call a flash mob, and we had live drummers that we hired, some volunteered, and we came in front of our school and performed in front of our school at lunchtime for the entire student body. It's wonderful to know that your art is changing things in your school environment, in the world, in a positive way.
Kids, they tend to make everything fun. That's how they learn. So if we actually include something such as art and music, they open up more, and you know, it makes it a lot easier to actually get them to understand how one thing actually connects with the other.
For every child that we get hooked onto art, it ensures that our next generation that the arts they're more secure. You know, study after study shows that art for everybody really enhances their understanding of math and science and creativity, and more books are being written. You know, that corporations are actually looking for people that are artists and creative.
Arts are critical in many ways. The first is that students who are struggling with feeling successful in other areas can often find success in the arts.
What it takes to allow creativity to move through you and to be expressed, I think it's healing. And it's also obviously educational, and I think that's why our school community is behind it.
And this is a hard neighborhood, so the arts really offers another place for experiencing success, something positive.
Mm-hmm. You know, for me, I was lucky. I grew up with the mom. You know, the mom is an artist, so art was around me. But for my daughter, I do not want her to grow up in a world without art. You know, sometimes it feels like a mountain. You know, it feels like you're just climbing this huge mountain. But I really do feel like, you know, you have to be the change, and you have to do any little thing that you can. So any little bit that I can do in my part to ensure that my daughter is able to grow up in a world where maybe we're not going to have to worry about, you know, arts being funded.
Oakland Fund for the Arts depends on private donations. Our average donation is $35, and it takes a lot of those $35 to fund an art program. Most of our donations come online. We have a website, www.oaklandfundforthearts.org. That's a mouthful, but it works. And on that site, someone can click the Donate Now and donate $10, $100, $1,000, whatever they want. We depend on these donations.
All right, thank you. Nice, loud, and strong. We're going to bring the sun up. It's going to be good and warm. Are you ready? Learning Without Limits is the road I'll take. 1, 2, let me hear you say. Learning Without Limits is the road